Because if we don't know what the goal of the game is, we're going to be competing on different sidelines. And we're going to be on different courts and different fields. So if we can all agree, right, before every season that I ever went into, we had to all have a common goal. We want to win this championship. We want to do the very best that we possibly can. But we all had to know that. So what is the goal of this game? And I was thinking, the only thing that this could be here at Gateway Point Elementary is student success. That's the game, am I right? Isn't that all we want, is for them to grow, for them to learn, for them to read, for them to know math, for them to know science, for them to face hard things and know how to regulate their own temperature and how to deal with it? Isn't that what all we want, is student success? So if we can all agree as parents and people of Gateway Point Elementary that the game is student success, then all we got to do is get on the same sideline. You guys remember that part, and remember the Titans after Gary Bertier loses his legs? They all come out on the last game of the season and their arms are locked, right? And they're walking this way. And they're the Titans. They're all locked in together. They're looking at their opponent. But I think sometimes in schools that I've seen, parents are looking at staff and teachers like we're on different sidelines. Like we're on different sides of the game. And I think if we want student success, all we got to do is get on the same sideline. All we got to do is lock arms with the principal. All we got to do is lock arms with our teacher. Now, don't get me wrong. Y'all ain't got to be friends. Right? There are certain things and places that I go to, I'm like, yo, I don't really rock with this dude personally, but I agree full-heartedly with his principles. I agree with their morals. I agree with their character. And I agree with what they desire for their life. And if we can put our preferences aside and say, you know what? I want to lock arms with my teachers in Gilbert, Arizona, for such a time as this, a power road to come together and be parents and staff that are locking arms. Y'all with me? And I'll leave you with this as we get up out of here. PJ Fleck, my man, coach for the Gophers. He says this in his book. He says, bad teams, nobody leads. Good teams, coaches lead. But great teams, players lead. All we're trying to do is create a player, student-led team here. That's it. All we want them to do is be leaders themselves. All I want when Radlyn leaves my house and she goes off and she does whatever she wants to do and goes and gets married and goes and has children is she becomes her own leader. All I want from my baby boy Ranger, who's 2 years old, is that he grows up, he becomes a man, he sees me be a man, he sees me do everything that I possibly can. He sees me raise the bar and the standards so that he can go out and lead himself and know that, hey, no matter what, I saw my dad, even when things were bad, he knew that he was worthy. Even when things were good, he still rocked with himself. And he became a leader. But if we want to create leaders, we must first be eligible of being followed. So my challenge to you as we leave here today is if you want them to be leaders, you must first lead yourself. Y'all with me?
So I'm Katie Harris. I'm the proud principal here at Gateway Point Elementary. Lance's message was amazing tonight for our title night here at Gateway Point. He talked about being on one team and bringing our staff together, obviously with the parents, and how we need to lock arms and do what we need to make sure that their child is successful. When he was delivering this message, I was able to look around at the crowd and all of the family here, and I could tell that it really resonated with all of them. And I'm hoping now, moving forward, that we can continue to be on one team, but even stronger team, so that we can help the success of their child.